With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Second down, here's Jackson. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. They go play action now. Jackson. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll run on 1st down. Westbrook, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
At the 22-yard line.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the left side. Westbrook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards is the pick. Pickup, good for an Eagle first down.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff here to his running back. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this is Ertz with it, right side. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. On first down, Westbrook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
On the set. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch. Let's go. Watch the slats. Watch the slats. Check.
They'll try the left side. Westbrook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Tough spot here. 3rd and 18 following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction. And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
We're scoreless after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
Let's go. You ain't doing nothing, Bill. You ain't doing nothing.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he takes this one back into the end zone. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Now the elder statesman of the NFL, Adam Vinatieri, set to get us started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team.
Let's go, let's go. Set, hunt. Hey, hold on. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
They'll run on first down. Westbrook, only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On second down, Westbrook trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Cunningham. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
Touchdown! It's a punt return score of 70 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They get the stop defensively, force the punt, and they score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense like, look, you don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Check three. Watch the eye.
And a give this time to the tailback. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Okay, baby.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Pickup of 6 brings up 2nd and 4 at the 48-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
On 1st down, Westbrook. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
At the 32-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Gator, 50 to Mike. I'm coming out to you. I'm coming.
On 2nd down now, Westbrook. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Shut. Shut the ending. Mike 50. All day, baby, all day.
Now Cunningham. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
That's good for Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. That's the
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Eagles nothing.
Ready? 50, right. 50. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
They'll run on 1st down. Westbrook. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Mike 50. Yeah. Double tight. 3 down.
2nd and 13. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Come on, set. Henry.
Looking to throw. Cunningham. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the defense. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
But that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Vick. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They run the counter. Westbrook. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A play fake. Now Cunningham. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now Cunningham. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, a 22. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Let's go. 50's the mark. 50's the mark. I got you.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Here we go. Set. 15 on it. 15 on it. Breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime, something to build on maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. First down, Vic. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
First down.
Vic operating on first down. Out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on second down. Vic eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Vinatieri's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he's going to keep it here. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up third and inches.
In your face.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on third and inches.
Results in a first down.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. From the 41, Vic, Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Nnamdi Asomugha there on the tackle.
It's a game of 5. Brings up second and 5. The Eagles' 22-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Off Cunningham. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
On 4th down, Cunningham. And that is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
McCaffrey. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown! Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
10 yards there and an Eagle first down. On 1st and 10, Cunningham. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and now it's 2nd down. Now Sanders, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Let him know. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Westbrook. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders, and he'll be taken down at the 34.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
On 1st down, Westbrook. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. He said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On 3rd down, Westbrook. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They're going to run this with a tight end. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. Cunningham to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ronnie Lott. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they're going to throw it here with Vick. Flush to his right. And he's taken down. back at his own 7. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 18. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for Charles Davis, the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Philly. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team.
That's it, baby. We're going to work. Ready? Get right. Mike 54. It's our time. It's our time.
They'll run on first down. Westbrook. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Go, go. Check 50. He's coming, he's coming.
Now a give, right side. Westbrook. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Off play action, Cunningham. And complete to Zach Ertz. The 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, 64 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Took the outlaw.
Vick will look to throw on 1st down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They'll try the left side. Westbrook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. From the 10-yard line, here's 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They come up in an offset eye. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? A carry here for the big tight end. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal?
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. An 18-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you got all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, It defers back to him, and he made the decision. Let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
This is fielded a couple yards deep.
They'll take over.
Get ready,
First
get
down
ready,
and 10
get ready.
at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
A gain of 15.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Rolling to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Holt. A good pickup there of 20 yards. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Here's Michael Vick. Steps away to his left. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check, 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 check.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Vick. Throw left side complete. It's Holt. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
So don't say nothing. Under 10, under 10, 10. Shoot, shoot. Watch twist, watch twist. Jim, 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 Jim.
A 1st down throw coming for Vick. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Watch the slant, watch the slant.
To throw again on 2nd down. Vick. And that's Elliott. Complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Rush, rush, rush.
Vick on 3rd and 2. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Timmy Jernigan with a sack. 4th down. Vick under pressure again, and down he goes again. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. On 1st down, Westbrook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Right there.
Now a give right side. Westbrook. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Let's get it.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
On the ready. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. On deck. Ready.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job. got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Under pressure, they got him again. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. That one complete to Elliott. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Vick being chased. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier.
Well, when he feels the pressure, naturally he likes going to his left, as most left-handed quarterbacks do. But this time he tries to let this go on the run, and it's going to wind up getting intercepted.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. It's been a long day for you.
They'll run on 1st down. Westbrook, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, Westbrook, and he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up 1st downs.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Off the play fake. Cunningham. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
They run the counter. Westbrook, and he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
At the 46-yard line.
So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. Cunningham looking to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They run the counter. Westbrook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter.
Watch the twist.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Go. Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Result is a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Vic. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. The end result, 21 yards.
And a first down.
A first down carry by Elliott. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Fletcher Cox on the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Call it no gain on the dump-off, and it's 3rd down. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch the safety creep.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Check 99. Check 99. Kill.
Vic to throw on 4th down. Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brandon Graham. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, the head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They'll keep it on the ground. Westbrook. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
To throw on third down. Cunningham. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective third down play to move the chains. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Levante David in on the tackle.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Westbrook. He's got the first down here inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down. On first down, Westbrook. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where I came from.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Cunningham. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. Shrugs him off. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. On 3rd and 2, Vick. And that is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
On 4th down, Vick. And he out of it. He's taken down. Brandon Graham. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. But at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
On second down, here's Barkley. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. Got to give an With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And some room to run now. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Brandon Graham able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. To throw is Jackson. Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And they will finally stop. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
It's an old-school battle in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. The Eagles and the Steelers are underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
At the 34-yard line.
Ready. Mike, go.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
And he's got some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
From the 24, Vick. And he's got this one complete to Stewart. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Reggie White, what a force. Got back there for the sack.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating 1st downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 1st downs and 3 points.
Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. Westbrook trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And on the tackle, Kevin Green, of course, a member of the 2016 Hall of Fame class, Charles.
Went in on August 6th of 2016. Kevin Green taking his rightful place in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and what a speech he gave that night. I can still see him standing up there, and the line that resonated for me, I didn't play this game for any other reason than love and passion. And only a cynic would dispute that if they saw Kevin Grant.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
A play fake. Now Cunningham. And he connects with Ertz. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
At the 46-yard line.
Here we go. 18 data. Rip left.
On second down now, Westbrook. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Westbrook. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Come on, set. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, watch the slant.
On first down, Westbrook. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Let's get it.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up second and 12. They'll try the left side. Westbrook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Here's Cunningham from the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Mike, 58, right there.
So here's Vic following the interception. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Here's Vic. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 58 for Mike, 58.
Throwing again. Vick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Forced out to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
To throw on 2nd down, Cunningham. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
He's coming. He's coming. He's coming.
On 3rd down, Westbrook. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Vick. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Partner, we talked about this at halftime, but I don't think either one of us expected it to continue. Michael Vick has been bottled up in this game. This defense has done a fantastic job of containing his running ability.
It is so rare. They could never contain him back in the day. Remember 2006. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We call it sack loss.
By Brandon Graham. A big loss on the play. Brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, here comes a Steeler punter, Jordan Berry, to kick it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. And what I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you noted it. Right there on the border in this game, they're not that far off. Just got to find a play or two, and they could be very happy at that point.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Watch the screen, watch her. Watch the screen.
They'll try the left side. Westbrook. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
It's complete to Golden Tate. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Cut.
They'll run on 1st down. Westbrook. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield. But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. This one caught by Terrell Owens. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's taken to the 26. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. All told, it's a punt return of 74 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Hey, rookie, that's the way to make an impression. Return one for a touchdown.
Yeah, welcome to the party. We saw him fielding those punts before the game, and he just had a little bit of a look in his eye, didn't he?
He did. He was a confident young man, and now we know why.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Cunningham. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Blue down.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
I can't help it, partner. I love backs who have a lot of burst.
Yeah, they ran the toss play. By the way, sometimes you'll hear toss and pitch used interchangeably, but that was the toss.
Well, for me, a toss, quarterback takes the snap, turns around, tosses it to
like
the tailback.
Like an egg underhand.
Yeah, like an egg underhanded, really with 2 hands. And a pitch, usually like you're running an option-type play, and you pitch it out there to the trailing back.
Goes end over end like a field goal.
Yeah, where you turn it over, make sure that thumb turns down, and the ball flips end over end slowly and delicately to your running back.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Back to the air on second down. Cunningham. And he'll get this one complete to T.O. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. Cunningham now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Cunningham to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mean Joe Green. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now the first carry for a former Pitt Panther, LaShawn McCoy. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Now Cunningham. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The linebacker, T.J. Watt, there on the coverage. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, Cunningham. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Showing it. Joker. Go. Mochi.
Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And what do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Vic readies to throw. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Eagles defense able to hold. On 1st down, Westbrook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
1st down, Eagles.
On 1st down, it's Cunningham. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the Hall of Famer Kevin Green. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
They'll run on first down. Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. They'll go again with Bell. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Now after the run by Bell, here's another first and 10.
Check 13. Check 13.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And now here's a carry heading left. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. On second down, it's Bell. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step.
Vic's going to take a knee, and that should just about do it. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So that'll do it from here for Charles Davis and the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com/Madden. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And, partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Steps away. He'll run it. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Brings up second and 4.
Down to lose one. Watch it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Murray is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On first and 10, here's Murray.
He's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw again on second down. Murray flushed it. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that. First drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken just inside the 10. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Murray trying again after the pick 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now Murray on the move to his left. On the run, he'll let this go deep right into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Second and 5 at the 36-yard line.
run it. Check, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. Come on, D. Shoot, shoot, shoot.
On second down now, Westbrook. And an alley to run. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. 36 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
No.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On second down, Dickerson. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll...